Right, so this is the main screen that you should be looking at as soon as you log in. You have these different sections here. So you are in sustained investigation. So it should be your images that you're clicked on. You need to make sure you have at least 10 images for the exam. Make sure you have materials. Make sure you talk about the process on each one of how you actually created it, what you created it from. So you should have at least 10. If you want to do all 15, that's fine. You can do that. Once when you have done that, you are going to go to Selected Works, and you are going to pick what you feel like are your best 3 pieces. It was 5. If you do want to put 5 up there, that's fine. And then you talk about the idea behind each piece, the material, and what the actual process was to create it. Make sure you come to Sustained Investigations. To finalize everything, you come down here to Written Evidence. And this is what the questions we've been talking about all year. Identify the question or inquiry that guided your sustained investigation. So let's say I wanted to learn more about Surrealism, or I wanted to learn about landscapes and how to make landscapes. And you're going to talk about that. It should be at least 2 or 3 sentences of you describing what you were trying to do this year. And then the second part, describe how your sustained investigation shows evidence of practice, experimentation, and revision guided by your question. So again, if you were doing, and this is all in the same section, go ahead and you can number these also to make sure that you answered both of them. But if it is landscapes, or let's do landscapes, so describe how you sustained it. Well, you wanted to know about atmospheric perspective, and atmospheric perspective is how you create landscapes. That's the first part. The second part would be, I chose to do different types of landscapes and how atmospheric perspective was used in these types of landscapes. And you could go on to say the blurriness in the background is sfumato, and you wanted to make sure that you had a clear distance to the background so you could show that, and talk about a piece that might have done that if it's a mountain scene or even cities. You also wanted to go over warm colors in the foreground and then blues as you go towards the background, showing atmospheric perspective. Something like that. If it's surrealism, the first question would be, I wanted to understand the techniques that surrealists use, like Salvador Dali or Frida Kahlo, and describe how you sustain the investigation. Well, I used double imaging in such and such piece, which is an image within an image. Or I did melting objects, or objects that don't belong in a space, which is displacement. But there's all kinds of techniques that surrealists use. So, and the more you talk about that, the better. You only have to have 1,200 characters. When you are all done with that, that's the written evidence. That's your images, the 10 to 15 images, but you only need 10. And then selected works. Don't forget to do this section. And and fill out this. It's the top 3, what you feel like your best 3 are that show that idea. If you want to do 5, you can. And then when you are all done with that and you have everything done, and I have approved it, you are going to click on Actions right here. And you are going to forward it to me. Now this is my screen, so it's a little bit different than yours. But if I feel like something is, after you forward it to me, I just have an option of giving you notes and what you might need to fix. And then after you have done that and you have made sure that that is exactly what you want on your exam, I'm going to forward it to Miss Whitaker, who is our AP exam coordinator, and you are done. I believe there's a questionnaire after that if you want to do that. That's up to you. You don't have to. And then that's it. That is your entire exam. So I'm going to answer any questions that you might have in the meeting today, and I'm going to figure out how to get this video to you guys. So, all right, that's it.